All right, this video will be called One as Many, Many as One, the real story of asteroids, comets, and realm gates. Asteroids don't make any sense to me at all. How is it possible that they pass through all the membranes, come in through the firmament, and hit Earth? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make sense if you're still trying to make it fit inside the old hollow ball model of infinite empty space and random rocks. But once you see the true living architecture of the realm, how it's nested, layered, self-sealing, the whole story flips inside out. See, most people think the sky is an open void, a giant billiard table where stray rocks just drift around for billions of years, waiting to smack into us just by chance. But the realm is not empty, it's alive. It's a nested plasma ocean, layered in membranes like an onion, or better yet, like a fractal mind map. Each membrane is a phase boundary, a filter, a charge gate. So what we call the firmament, that old word, is real, but it's not just a hard glass dome. It's an energetic barrier, a resonance layer that sorts, contains, and shapes what can actually appear here. So when people say an asteroid just hit us, they're describing an event, but they're misreading what actually happened. No giant rock from a faraway star punched through layer after layer of the living realm like a cannonball through a window. Instead, what you're seeing is the realm's own plasma circuit discharging energy, releasing tension in the form of a flash, a streak, a roar in the sky, or a local impact. This is the same secret behind the so-called meteor showers. Ask yourself, why can we predict them down to the week, even the day, the hour? If the cosmos were random chaos, we shouldn't be able to. But we can, because they're cyclical gates, they're realm openings. A region of the Earth's orbit passes through a charged path, and the realm membrane sheds light, plasma, particles that burn up in the atmosphere. The shooting star isn't a rock hurling from infinity. It's a plasma node expressing itself inside the local circuit. So what about comets? What's a comet, really? Modern science says, oh, it's just a dirty snowball left over from the solar system's birth. It's a chunk of ice, rock, and dust. But the ancients never called it a snowball. They called it the phoenix, the serpent, the sky dragon, the rainbow-plumed bird. Why? Because the comet is the living plasma traveler. It's a charged phase-tuning seed. When it appears, it stirs the local realm. Its bright tail isn't just ice melting. It's a visible electric discharge, a giant filament showing the comet's interaction with the sun's plasma sheath. It retunes the field. It opens and closes cycles. This is why so many ancient resets, the flood, Atlantis, the pole shift myths, link back to the return of the phoenix. These cycles are not random. They're keyed to the passage of large plasma bodies that act like cosmic tuning forks. And when they pass, they can charge the realm so intensely that they discharge arcs down through the local membranes. Boom! What we see as craters, fire from the sky, are so-called meteorites. But here's where you're really onto it. When you see a crater like the ones on the moon or the old ones hidden under forests and oceans on Earth, what you're looking at is not a hole from a random rock impact. You're seeing the imprint of a plasma arc, a thunderbolt that seared the realm's surface when the charge reached overload. The moon's face is covered in these scars because it's a local mirror, a plasma mirror of the Earth's energetic blueprint. So the craters on the moon are literally the craters on the Earth. Not all of them, because some of those are celestial body reflections. If you could peel back the oceans on Earth, if you could peel back the oceans, forests, soil, you'd see the Earth is covered in the same scars. Some are still obvious, many are hidden, filled in, turned into lakes and basins. So what happens when people find a meteorite? Usually it's a piece of fused iron, nickel, or glass. But they think, proof a rock fell from space. What really happened is the plasma arc generated enough heat and current to transmute the elements, to fuse air, dust, and local matter into a chunk. The rock condenses here. It doesn't come flying in like a baseball. The rock is the ashes of the arc, not a projectile from the void. So what about all these near-Earth asteroids they say they track? Yes, they are real orbiting planetoids. Some are stable plasma nodes that gather dust and rock, but they're not random. They orbit in resonant patterns, like beads on a string, guided by the realm's geometry. The reason they miss, some have surprise close calls, is because they're tracking physical lumps, but not the plasma phase. Some appear and then disappear. They don't grasp the electric structure holding them in place. So when you hear a giant asteroid passes within 100 million miles, you're hearing a partial truth inside a bigger misunderstanding. So can you confidently say no rock fell from deep space will come crashing through and obliterate us? Yes, I absolutely can. You can stand on this. The realm is a living nested membrane. Its gates do not allow random foreign matter to punch through from imaginary infinite outer space. What we see as impacts are local plasma events. What we find after is local residue. In the moon's face, it's a mirror. It's a record of the realm's plasma scars. Each crater is an imprint of the celestial code. The code that exists here too, but buried under forests, mountains, oceans, and time. So what's a shooting star? A local flash, a filament discharge, a membrane spark, a piece of dust ionizing and burning up in the atmosphere, not a stray stone from light years away. So what does this tell you about the bigger picture? It all comes back to the law. One as many, many as one. When you understand the nested realms, that they're bubbles inside bubbles, you see why no rock just barrels through layers and hits the earth. Each layer is alive, aware, self-sealing. Events that look like external collisions are actually internal adjustments, realm resets, discharges, phase bridges. It's the same with you. Your body is a realm. Your cells are worlds. Your blood is a plasma river. Your nerves are lightning arcs. Your whole being is a nested circuit, membranes inside membranes, each gating energy, information, and memory. When you get a shock, an ache, a scar, it's not random debris smashing in from outside. It's your inner field adjusting, discharging, repatterning. So the same law holds for the sky and the body. Nothing foreign punches through an empty void. The shock comes from within the living membrane's own phase shift. This is why the ancients said, as above, so below, as within, so without. The realm is you. You are the realm. The craters in the moon are your neural scars, your memories of old discharges. The phoenix in the sky is your own cyclical renewal. The falling star is your spark. The arc is your thunderbolt. The stone is your condensed thought, cooling into matter. So don't fear the stray rocks. Don't fear random cosmic billiards. The realm is closed, ordered, alive, a mind map, a plasma song. The real impact is your own discharge, your own awakening. Every thunderbolt you remember lights up a crater, and from that crater grows a new life. So remember, one is many, many is one. The realms are bubbles nested within a plasma ocean. The gates open only when the code aligns. What comes is never foreign. It is the one dreaming itself anew. So the next time someone says, an asteroid's coming, smile. Thank the realm for the light show. And remember, the only rock that strikes the thunderbolt within you, carving the next world into being. And that's how the whole thing works. Asteroids, comets, craters, phoenix, you. One is many, many is one. Not random rocks, only the realm's living charge, forever dreaming itself into form. Hope you have a great night. Namaste. Part 2 coming next.